Alrighty, so let's start in child's pose towards the back of your mat. So that's bringing the big toes together, bringing the knees together, and then sitting your weight back onto your heels, then we'll fold forward. So working to bring the forehead down to rest on the mat, and if that's a wee bit tricky, pop something under the forehead, so a thick book or your yoga block. And I'm going to offer you the option to extend your hands out on front of you, above your head, or alternatively, you can rest the back of your hands alongside your hips. So just wiggle yourself into what feels comfortable today. We're going to take quite a long start to this. We're going to start here for quite a while, okay? So get yourself wiggled right in. And just allow yourself a wee moment to arrive into your practice. So the longer you're in your child's pose, you'll start to notice that you're hopefully lengthening through the back line of the body. So the spine is stretching and lengthening. And I want you to take a little minute to think about where you're resting on your forehead. See if you can find that sweet spot. So not too close to the hairline and not too close to between the eyebrows, but find a real nice sweet spot where your head feels supported and the back of your neck feels nice and lengthened. You can even gently rock the head side to side. And then we're going to start to bring our attention to the breath. You start to notice the air as it flows in through the nostrils and out through the nostrils. I want you to keep the mouth closed if you can, breathing through the nose. So maybe starting to notice the subtle difference in temperature between the inhale, the air coming through the nostrils, and then a slightly warmer temperature as the air leaves the nostrils. Nice long inhale and a nice long exhale. So now as you're breathing, I want you to draw your awareness to the sides of your torso. So as you inhale, you're breathing right into the sidelines, all down the sides of your ribs. And really feeling the expansion into that back, the back side of your body. As you exhale, allow yourself to melt a bit deeper to the floor. So the shoulders are relaxing. Whether your arms are stretched out on front or by your sides, try and soften the neck and shoulders. And then again, as you're exhaling, feeling that the sit bones are really becoming closer to the heels, closer to the ground. Take another big inhale in through the nose. And exhale. Good, so really starting to settle into the practice now. Maybe you can start to think about your ujjayi breath. So as you inhale, you're narrowing the back of your throat slightly. And as you exhale, so you'll be hearing a bit of an audible sound in the back of your throat. Sounds a bit like Darth Vader. But that's with your mouth closed. And by doing this, you're allowing yourself time for the inhale, time for the exhale. And later, as we go through our breath synchronized movements, you'll get the benefits of the movement when you team it with your inhale or exhale. Let's take 3 more rounds of breath. So inhale deeply right down into the lower back. And exhale, release. 2 more times. Lovely. So wherever you are, start to work your way back up so you can walk the hands in and slowly stack yourself up to sitting on your knees. From here, we're going to sit cross-legged. So if you need a block or something under your bum, grab that just now. And find your way into your easy seat. So crossing the legs, either at the ankles or the shins. And then we'll rest the hands on the back of the knees. We're just simply going to start to circle the head. So bringing the chin down to the chest. Left ear to the left shoulder, and then slightly gazing up, stretching through the front of the throat. Right ear comes down to the right shoulder, and the chin tucks again. So let's see if we can make about 3 or 4 circles one way, and then the other. So you can team this with your breath as you tilt the head back, maybe coming to an inhale, and as you dip the head forward, exhaling. Last time. Good. And then when you get to the bottom, let's change direction. So right ear to right shoulder, around the back. Good. Now take this nice and slow, really feeling into places in your body that are tense. If you need to stick out in a little bit and breathe there for a minute, do that. You've got a little stiff bit. Good. And when you feel that you've done about the same each side, come to the rest back in the middle. We'll drop the right ear to the right shoulder, and then we'll take the right hand out and take a hold of the left side of your head. Okay, so gently increasing that stretch through the left neck and into the left shoulder. Have a play with that left hand. Maybe it feels good to move it back and away from you or onto the floor, and you'll increase that stretch. Nice long lines through the spine. So sitting up nice and tall, you'll feel the tummy muscles having to engage slightly to keep you nice and tall. One more inhale. And then exhale, slowly release. So bringing that head back up. Just take a little minute in the center and we'll move to the left. So left ear to the left shoulder. And then bring that left hand onto the side of the head. So maybe you're tilting the chin slightly forward or slightly back. So you find that sweet spot, this place where you're going to get the stretch for your right hand shoulder, right side of your neck and shoulder. Again, play with the right hand. Does it help you to take it away from way behind you? Or does it help you to put it on the floor? Remembering to find just a nice sensation to the stretch. It shouldn't be too intense. Good. One more breath in. And then exhale. We'll release it back to the center. So from here, we're going to shrug the shoulders up. So I want you to inhale, tense your shoulders right up to your ears. And then exhale, release. Good. Again, inhale. Really use your muscles to tense the shoulders right up to your ears. And exhale, release. A few more rounds, guys. So work to your own breath. Inhaling, filling all your torso with air. And then exhale. You'll really feel the contrast as you release those shoulders down. Inhale to tense. 3 more times. Exhale to release. Shoulders go back and down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last time. So inhale, let's hold it up. Nice big inhale. And then exhale, roll those shoulders back and down. Fab. So let's put the hands on the knees and we're just going to circle the torso. So I'd like you to do inhale forward and exhale to round back. Inhale to come forward and exhale to come back. Now it looks really simple, but see if you can get the most out of it. Okay, so we're really going for slow and fluid movement here, teaming with your breath. Get into your body. And then when you feel ready, you're going to change direction. Quite often, the faster we go, the less consciously we're moving. And the slower we go, the more consciously we're moving. So we're getting a lot more from our body, from our muscles, from our connection if we go slower. And it's often more challenging as well. Coming back to center. Excellent, guys. So we're going to come over onto all fours now. Tabletop position. So remove your block or what was ever was under you, And let's find our tabletop. Wrists are under the shoulders, knees are under the hips. It's up to you whether you keep your toes tucked or you have the top of the feet resting on the mat. And let's just take some movement here, side to side, forward and back. So finding your way into your tabletop. Now, spread the fingers nice and wide. So we're already thinking of that base for our downward facing dog. So it's not just dumping into the wrists, but pressing the ground away from you, wrapping the elbows inwards. So the eye of the elbows almost turning to face the front, wrapping those shoulders. Good. Let's take some cat-cow. So inhale, press the belly down, look forward. As you exhale, we're going to press through the hands, draw the belly button to the spine, and find that rounded, curved look. Inhale, press the belly down, look forward. Stick the bum up. Exhale, draw the tailbone under, belly button to the spine, and imagine those shoulder blades are coming apart. Inhale, shoulder blades come together, stretching through the abdominal muscles, and exhale. So just keep a few more rounds going, and you can take them fast or you can take them slow, whatever you feel you need today. The beauty of doing your yoga practice, it's not always the same. Sometimes we feel a little bit stiff, sometimes we feel excellent, but whatever it is, we do the practice. Good. So come back to your all fours, and we're going to walk the hands forward, coming into our puppy dog pose. So walk the hands right out in front, but keep the hips stacked above your knees, and then we're going to work to bring the chest down to the floor. Now, if you feel really tight in your shoulders, maybe you want to take your hands further apart, so they're wider apart, as you sink the chest down. Maybe you'll be able to rest down onto your forehead. Okay? So we're working on finding the length of the spine that we would have in our downward facing dog. And you're still conscious of pressing into the base of each finger, and that contact between the palm of your hand, the base of each finger, and the floor is really apparent. Okay, so you're pressing the ground away. And drawing the shoulders back up towards the torso. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Excellent. So slowly start to bring yourself back up. Very carefully bringing the hands back in. Nice stretch out of the shoulders there. We're going to do a little bit of strengthening now for the core. You can thank me later. So tuck the toes. And we're in our tabletop again. But we're going to float the knees, okay? So just hover those knees 1 inch off the ground. Press your fingers into the mat. Really feel the shoulders having to work here, okay? Now, stay here if this is already quite a challenge. If you want a little bit more, we're going to try and extend our left hand out in front, okay? It's not easy at all. You're balancing on the right hand, you've got your knees off the ground, and you're extending that left for 5, for 4, for 3, keep lifting, for 2, for 1, exhale, bring that left hand back down. Well done, guys. Whew, take a little rest, so come back down on the knees. Find your breath. And we're going to do that again on the other side. So if it's too much to lift the hands, just keep the knees lifted and work on that. If you can, we'll move to the right. Inhale, lift the knees. Good. Find your stability. Pressing into the left hand, let's extend that right hand out in front. If you can keep a nice flat back so the hips are level. For 5. For 4, keep pressing into that left hand. For 3. For 2. For 1. Excellent. Slowly bring that right hand back down. Drop the knees. Whew, and find your tabletop again. So from here, we're going to turn both the hands, the fingers to face the outsides of your mat. Okay, so turn the fingers out, the wrists facing one another, and take a gentle movement from left to right. So just because we've been putting quite a lot of weight on those wrists there, we're just going to ease that off by going side to side. And if you feel you've got the mobility and flexibility, you can even take the fingers more to face you, to face backwards, and find that stretch along the forearms. Okay, so drop the weight back to the heels. Get that stretch along the back of the arms. Good. Then we'll slowly bring the hands back round to face the top. Well done. So we're going to come up into our downward facing dog. So walk the hands out in front of you slightly, tuck the toes under, feet are hip width apart, and then we're going to press into the toes and lift the hips up towards the sky. So I want you to think about that contact between the fingers and the mat. Press the mat away and see if you can begin to straighten the legs. Maybe bend one knee, then the other to begin. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Excellent. So we're going to inhale and we're going to sweep the right leg up behind us, finding a three-legged dog. And as you exhale, I want you to take the shoulders over the wrists, and we're going to hug that right knee into our tummy. Inhale, three-legged dog, right leg lifts. Exhale, shoulders come over wrists, hug that knee right in, arch the back. Inhale, take the right leg back and up. And exhale, last time, hug that knee in. And then we're going to step the right foot through. Drop the left knee, and inhale, sweep the hands up to the sky. Well done. So a bit of core there and a bit of upper body strength as well. Low lunge. So engaging the left glute, stretching through the front of the left hip. If you feel you've got the flexibility, you might want to press the hips gently forward and sink into this crescent shape. Maybe you take the hands together and find a mini back bend. Find your breath. So remember, the breath is the key to how far you push it, okay? As you exhale, we'll take both hands down to the floor either side of the right foot. Pressing into the left hand, we're going to do an easy twist. Open that right hand up to the sky. And turn your gaze down to the left fingers, finding a nice stretch and lengthening along the right side of your neck and shoulder. And then you can gaze up to the right fingers. Maybe if you want a bit more challenge, you lift that left knee off the ground. So straighten the left leg as you twist. Nice long inhale. Nice long exhale. If you can keep drawing the hips in line, so the right hip back and the left hip forward. And then if you had that left knee lifted, let's drop the left knee down to the mat. And we're going to come upright. So the right hand shoots back, left hand forward. We're still in our twist. We're opening our arms to the right side of your mat. And here comes the challenge. We're going to come up into our high lunge. So with all your concentration, we're going to press into the left toes and bring that into a high lunge twist. Good work, guys. So keeping the right knee above the right ankle. For 5, for 4, so you can get a wee bit deeper. For 3, for 2, for 1. Inhale, sweep both the hands up to the sky. So we come to face the front again. And as you exhale, we're going to do fists of fire. So squeeze the fists and bring the hands in by your hips. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, squeeze the fists and bring them to your hip bones. Inhale, sweep the hands up. And exhale, fists of fire. Good. Bring the hands onto the hips now, and we're going to drop that left foot in, warrior 2. So we're working to get about a 45-degree angle on that back foot, and this time the hips are opening to the long side of the mat. Right hand forward, left hand back as you gaze over your right fingers. Well done. If you need to rest, just take a rest and come back in. From here, we'll reverse the warrior. So place the left hand down the left thigh and bring the right hand up to the sky. See if you can keep that bend in the right leg, okay? For 3, for 2, nearly there, guys. For 1. And then we're going to drop the right elbow to the right knee and extend the left arm overhead, side angle. So if you can get a nice diagonal line from the left heel all the way up to the left fingers. And you're just using that right elbow as a little guide. You're not trying to fall into it, but just keeping your body nice and upright. One more breath in. And breath out. And we're going to cartwheel the hands back to warrior two. So left hand comes back, right hand lifts. And we'll release the hands to the hips. And we'll wiggle the legs together. Good. Triangle. Right toe facing the top of your mat. And again, tuck those left toes in slightly, okay? So we're protecting that knee. Open the hands wide. Inhale. Exhale, take the right hand forward and tilt. We're looking for a stretch all up the left side of the body, left hip. And you can find that sweet spot, so it needn't be all the way down to the floor. It might be that your back of your right hand is just inside the right thigh, and you're finding an opening through the left side body. For 3, keep breathing. For 2, gaze up if it feels good. For 1. As you inhale, we'll come all the way back up. And then we're going to come back to low lunge. So turn to face the top of your mat, drop the left knee down, and place the hands either side of that right foot. Just for a moment here, let's see if we can press the chest through between the upper arms. Good. So almost like a lizard. And then from here, with your next inhale, we're going to take a big step forward with the left foot. So it comes all the way to the top of the mat, and you're in your forward fold. So wiggle your feet to about hip width apart. Maybe you want to take a hold of either elbow. Softly bend your knees and just allow the body to hang. Maybe take a little wiggle from side to side. And maybe slowly you feel the legs want to straighten. Okay. So we'll inhale into halfway lift. So bring the fingers onto the shins or the hips and lift the crown of the head forward to the front of the room. Exhale, forward fold again. And then as you inhale this time, we'll sweep the arms wide, press into the soles of your feet and stack yourself all the way up to standing. Stretch your hands up to the sky. And exhale, release the hands by your side. Good. So we're going to join the palms together in front of the chest in a prayer position and then just close down your eyes. I want you to just reconnect to the breath. So inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep it going. Another couple of rounds. Sense of gratuity when your hands are together like this as well. If you can really connect to that breath, nice and steady, in and out through the nose. Good. Then when you're ready, you can open up your eyes again. And we'll inhale, take the hands all the way up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, plant the hands down onto the ground and step back into your downward facing dog. So we'll try all of that now on the left side, okay? So as you inhale, sweep the left leg up behind you, keeping those hips square to the ground. As you exhale, I want you to draw the shoulders over the wrists and hug that left knee into your tummy. So you're coming up to the tiptoes of the right foot. Inhale, take the left leg up. Exhale, coming forward, hug the knee in. Inhale, take the left leg up and behind. And exhale, last time, draw that knee into the tummy. Hard. Step the left foot through and drop the right knee. Well done. Low lunge. Inhale, sweep the hands up. So keep your legs about 90-degree angles here to get the right sensations. A lengthening through the front of the right hip. Tuck those right toes for some balance. And then I want you to think about the lengthening that's occurring on the sides of your torso. So the sides of your tummy as you release and relax the shoulders. Maybe now you want to sink the hips forward and find that crescent shape. So you bring the palms together. Maybe extend the arms up behind. Whatever your breath is telling you to do. With your next exhale, let's take the hands either side of the left foot, press into the mat, and peel that left hand up to the sky this time. You're in your easy twist. I always enjoy looking down at the ground first, and then slowly turning to look up at the left hand. And if you feel a wee bit more challenged, let's lift the right knee. For 3, for 2, for 1. So exhale, drop that right knee back. And we're going to come up to vertical, extend the arms wide. So you're facing the left side of the room. So try and have the hips still facing the front of your mat. And you're just twisting from the torso. You should feel a nice twist in the tummy muscles. And then we go for the real challenge. So pressing into the feet, see if you can press into the right toes and lift yourself up into a high lunge. For 5, for 4, bending into that left knee. For 3, for 2, for 1. Inhale, sweep both hands up, high lunge. And exhale, fists of fire. So go making those fists, drawing the arms alongside your body. Good. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fists. Draw those fists to your hip bones. Inhale, stretching up. And exhale, finding those fists by the side of your body. Good. We'll move to warrior 2. So we're going to drop the right foot flat to the mat. Keep the bend into the left leg. And take the left hand forward, right hand back. The left knee stacked above the left ankle. And we're working to open the hips to the long side of your mat. Good. Now see if you've got a tendency to drop that back arm. Maybe take a quick look behind you at the right hand. Make sure it's not cheating. And then we'll reverse. So drop the right hand down the right thigh, flip the left hand to the palm to the sky, and extend that left hand long. You keep that bend in the left knee, left leg, and you feel a stretch from the left hip bone all the way up the left side of your body. Maybe you take your gaze to the right toes behind. And then we'll bring the left elbow down to the left knee, and we'll lift the right hand overhead, side angle. Good. So remember, we're trying not to dump the weight. We're trying to keep a nice stretch and strength through the tummy muscles. For 5, for 4, keep with me. For 3, bend a bit deeper. For 2, for 1. Good. As you inhale, cartwheel the hands back, find warrior 2. Left hand forward, right hand back. And then as you exhale, we'll bring the hands back to the hips. And we'll straighten the legs. Good. So we're going to do that little triangle that we did at the end of the other time. So straighten both of the legs. Maybe you step the right foot forward if you're getting a bit of the balance a bit tricky. Inhale, take the hands wide. As you exhale, take the left hand forward and then tilt. Find that sweet spot. Back of the left hand on the inside of the left thigh. Maybe it creeps down to the ankle, whatever makes you feel the stretch through your right hip and the right side body, okay? If you feel nice and comfy in the neck, look up towards that right hand. And think about engaging the inner thighs, so it's almost like you're drawing the legs together. 5, 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Well done. So we're going to turn to face the top of the mat, bend the left leg, and drop the right knee so we come to low lunge again. And turn to face that way. Good. So as we did before, press the hands down to the mat, maybe the fingertips, and work to bring the chest through between the upper arms. Find the breath. With your next inhale, we're going to take a big step forward with the right foot and bring the feet to the top of the mat. Wiggle your feet to hip width apart. And we're going to take a Padangusthasana. So peace fingers, the first two fingers, wrap around that big toe. You might need to bend the knees a bit. And then we're going to inhale, look forward. And exhale, bend the elbows out to the side. And drop the crown of your head. So we're getting into nice, deep forward fold. Your feet are about hip width apart here. Go any narrower, it might be a bit wobbly. Excellent, guys. So inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, release the fingers, bend the knees softly, and slowly start to stack yourself all the way back up to standing. So you can keep the chin tucked to the chest as you come all the way back up. Well done. So we're going to go to chair pose. Bring the big toes together. Heels can be slightly apart. If you wobble a bit, take the feet a bit wider, okay? As you inhale, we're going to sit the bum back and sweep the hands up. And find your breath. So I want you to think about drawing the tummy muscles in, sitting the weight back, and really feeling that weight in your heels. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Awesome. So bring the hands together in a prayer position at your chest. And we're going to go to warrior 3. So I want you to put the weight into your left foot, and we're going to work to lift that right foot up and extend it behind us. So it's almost like you're making a T shape. Pressing the palms together at your sternum. So the thumbs are really at your sternum. And you're flexing the right foot. So it's almost like you're kicking into a wall behind you. Woo. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. Keep a nice puffed up chest. For 2. For 1. As you exhale, release that right leg down to the ground. So we're going to drop it down and find warrior 1. So flattening the right foot to the ground if you can. If not, come to your high lunge on the tippy toes of the right foot. Try to flatten that foot down if you can, and then draw the hips to face the top of the mat. So it's a very tricky pose. As you inhale and you bring the hands up above your head. So unlike warrior 2, when our hips are open, warrior 1 means we bring the left hip back, the right hip forward. See if you can guide that right sole of the right foot down to the mat. And keep a bend in the left leg, so the knees above the ankle. Good. Then we'll release the hands behind us and interlace the fingers behind. So really feeling like you get to open your chest. So pressing the interlaced hands away. And the option is to stay here. If you feel like you want to go a bit deeper, then maybe you can do a humble warrior. So we'll work to drop the left shoulder inside of the left knee and lift the hands up behind us. Find your breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So if you were down, work your way back up. And then we'll release that grip behind. So bring your hands onto your hips and swivel both your feet to face the right side of your mat. So you're turning to face the long side, I'll turn round. And then we're going to take a wide leg forward fold. So inhale, lift the chest up, lift the sternum. Exhale, fold from the hips. So keep the hands on the hips as you fold forward, nice long back. Good, guys. And then release the hands down to the floor as you get a bit closer. So you may need a soft bend in your knees so you can keep a nice long back. Work with the breath. So inhale to press the chest forward. Exhale to drop further into the fold. Finding that nice even length in your inhale and your exhale. You may want to walk the fingers in line with your big toes. Bend the elbows between the knees to get a bit deeper into it. Really enjoy that lengthening through the back of the neck. So from here, we'll tiptoe the fingers all the way around to the left foot, to the top of the mat, and drop the right knee so we're coming back to our low lunge. So we're going to inhale, sweep the hands up, find your crescent like we did before. Maybe you can sink into the hips a bit more. Maybe it feels good to stay strong and steady, nice and lifted. Engage the glutes and lift yourself tall. There's always variety within the poses, so take the option that works for you today. And we'll bring the hands together in a prayer position in front of the heart, and we're going to go for a revolved crescent. With the hands pressed together, the right elbow will come to the left knee, and we're going to look over that left shoulder. See if you can hook the right elbow onto the left knee. You're working to bring the thumbs to the sternum. You can press that left hand into the right hand to help you get a bit more twist. And at the same time, try and keep those hips in line with each other, so they're not really affecting the legs. We're twisting just from the torso. Well done. So as you inhale, sweep back round, find your crescent lunge, lift the hands. And as you exhale, place the hands down to the mat and step the right foot forward. So coming to the top of the mat again. Inhale, sit the bum back, stretch the hands up, find your chair. Good. So everything's drawing to the midline. The knees are coming together, the big toes are coming together, the tummy muscles are coming together, and you're sitting at that for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Excellent, guys. Draw the hands together in a prayer position. We're going to do that warrior 3 on the other side. So lifting the weight, pressing into the right foot this time, lifting the left foot backwards. See if you can find some balance. So even if you're a tiny bit off the ground, it doesn't matter. Still working on finding stability with core muscles. And if you can, extend that left leg all the way back so you make a T shape. Remember, your breath is really important to your balance. So you're flexing the left foot and pressing your chest into the back of the thumbs. For 3, for 2, for 1. Very gently release that left foot down to the mat. And we're going to find warrior 1. So bend the right knee above the right ankle, flattening that left foot down. But if you need to, come up onto the tiptoes. That's all right as an alternative. Inhale, sweep the hands up, warrior 1. You're working to draw the left hip to the top of the mat instead of having it swinging open like you would in warrior 2. Twisting all the way into that left ankle and left foot. There's a lot of stretching going on because of the fact that we're trying to draw the hips to the front. Release the hands down behind you and interlace the fingers. Press the hands away. You're opening the chest. Now remember, as we did before, stay here. If this is enough of a stretch, if you want to go a bit deeper, we'll lower the right shoulder inside of the right knee. Humble warrior. As you lift the hands up, find your breath. Wherever you are. One more inhale. And then as you exhale, slowly release the hands and start to come up. Back to standing tall. Good. So we'll release the hands and put the hands on the hips. Twist so as both feet turn to face the long side of your mat, the left side. And open hands wide into a star. Drop the right hand down the right leg and lift that left hand up. And take a side stretch. You should feel a nice opening through the left side of the body. And again, just try to release that left shoulder. You're not hunching up to your ear, but dropping the left shoulder blade back. Good. Exhale, release the left hand down. Inhale, right hand comes up. And find a stretch through the right side of your body. One more breath here. Stretching through the right hand side. And exhale, coming back to that star. I'm going to turn the feet to the top of the mat, drop the left knee down to the ground, press the hands into the mat, and press your chest forward. And then we'll see if we can sweep the hands up, find your crescent lunge again. Good work, guys. So again, think about whether you want to sink the hips down, or maybe it feels better to stay stacked and nice and tall. Slightly different sensation in the hips and the knees. When you're ready, release the hands to your heart so the thumbs are against your sternum. And then we're going to take the left elbow to the right knee. So just above the right knee. Using it as a sort of lever to twist, revolved crescent lunge. So I want you to think about looking up or over the right shoulder behind you or up to the sky maybe, and finding that twist through the left side. See if you can press the palms together, and that will help you to get a little bit more twist. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Well done. So you can release that twist, coming back to center. Press the hands to the mat, and as you inhale, step the left foot forward to meet the right. We're going to wiggle the feet wide, so we're coming into a malasana squat. So take the feet maybe wider than your hip width, and as you exhale, I want you to start sinking down into your squat. So let's have a play here. More comfortable for some people than others squat. So maybe you get to here and that's really hard. Well, let's just stay here and breathe. If you can, slowly edge down a bit. We'll get down closer to the ground until hopefully one day you'll be able to squat like this, okay? So if you've got a problem with the knees or anything, keep it higher. And if you can, we'll come all the way down. You can press the palms together, and that'll help your elbows to press the knees apart. Finding your breath for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. We're going to slowly come down to sitting. So plunk yourself down. Very good, guys. And then just to finish, I've got another wee challenging thing I want you to give a go. We're going to do a asanas. So this is like a reverse tabletop. Now, the easier option is to bring the feet in quite close to your buttocks, hands behind, fingers are facing towards the front of your mat. And then we're going to inhale and lift the hips. So you're like in a reverse table. So the feet are hip width apart and the knees are above, should be about above the ankles. Okay, so that's the first option. If you want a bit more of a challenging option, you can extend the legs, okay? So you'll come up, and then we work to straighten the legs. So whatever one you feel like, let's get ourselves ready. So either feet nice and close, or you can have the feet further away. When you're ready, we'll inhale, and lift the hips. Find your breath. For 5, you can keep the chin tucked to your chest, or you can release the head. 4, 3, keep lifting the hips. 2, and 1. Exhale slowly to drop the hips. Well done. That's a hard one. So take the legs wide apart now. We're going to do a couple of gentle forward folds. So taking the legs wide and toes facing up to the sky. I want you to think about pressing the back of your legs down into the ground. So flex the toes away. Then we're going to turn to face the right side and we're just going to fold over the right leg. Okay, so even if it's just a tiny bit, doesn't matter how much. Try and see if you can allow the body to soften slightly. If you have a strap, you can always tuck that around the right leg, the right foot, and hold on to that. As long as you don't have the feeling that you're holding on for dear life. Trying to do it in a nice, gentle way. This is the softer side of your practice, more like the yin side now that we're coming to a close. So you're almost a bit more passive as opposed to striving and being more active. Lengthen along the back of your neck. And then slowly we'll come back up. And let's take it over the left leg this time. So turn your torso to face the left leg. And as you exhale, we'll fold the body down. Just be aware of any sensations. This is your body, so you might feel different stretch to the person who would be practicing alongside you. Maybe you're feeling it in the right hip or the back of the left leg. Find that steady breath. Wonderful. And then slowly bring yourself back up. We're going to do just a little bit of breathing before we do our relaxation today. Thought that would be quite nice. So take your option for your breath work. On your knees or cross-legged. Whatever is a comfortable seated position where you've got a nice long spine. Even if you want to sit against a wall, sometimes I practice against the wall because you just feel like you've got a bit of support behind you. That can be quite nice. When you're ready, rest your hands on the back of your knees and close down your eyes. We're going to have a little go at our 4, 7, 8. We haven't done that one for quite a while, so let's have a go at that. So we're going to be inhaling for a count of 4, holding the breath for a count of 7, and then exhaling for a count of 8. Okay, so be patient with yourself. It takes a couple of cycles to get into it. I'll count you, and if you're comfortable and you want to do your own timings, just go ahead. When you're ready, we're going to inhale through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. One more round, guys. Hold your breath. Relax your whole body while you hold. And then exhale slowly. 6, 7, 8. Allow your breath to return to normal. And keep those eyes closed and just notice how your body's feeling. Any subtle sensations, any shifts after that little calming bit of breath work. So from here, we're going to go into relaxation. So if you have to leave or you have to go, that's fine. And otherwise, let's do just a few minutes of relaxation. So finding your way to Shavasana. So lying flat down on the floor. If you need a blanket to keep you warm or a cushion under your head, under your knees, just grab that now. We're going to work to have heels about mat width apart, toes dropping out to the side. Resting the head back onto the ground. And I want you to lift up the chest and tuck your shoulders back and down and allow the hands to rest away from the body. So the palms are facing up to the sky. Once we get here, this is us in the corpse pose, Shavasana. You can gently close down the eyes. I'm going to guide you through a body relaxation, like a body map, and then you'll have a couple minutes to completely absorb your practice, the best part, okay guys? So once you've wiggled yourself in, try and come to stillness. And we're going to start by cultivating a sense of relaxation right down in our feet. Okay? So I want you to relax the feet, the ankles, the calves, the shins. Relax the back of the thighs, the front of the thighs. Soften the glutes. Relax the lower back. Relax the mid back. And relax the top of your back and shoulders. Soften the tummy muscles. Right down low near the pelvis and all the way up to your sternum. Soften your chest. And allow that relaxation to spread down into the arms. Just letting the arms lie really heavy on the ground. And the back of your hands completely supported by the ground, okay? So relaxing the fingertips, the wrists. And tracing that relaxation all the way back up through the arms into your throat, your tongue, the back of your neck, and your entire head. So all your facial features are relaxed. The temples are relaxed. And the crown of your head is relaxed. Just taking a minute or two to imagine this relaxation around your entire body. Almost like you're buzzing, floating on water or on clouds. And I'd like you to just enjoy and absorb this sensation for the next couple of minutes. And I will guide you out when the time is right. Very slowly, you can start to invite some awareness back into your body. And slowly start to move your fingers and your toes. And then gradually increasing this sense of movement and sensation. Maybe rolling the wrists and the ankles. And when you feel ready, with an inhale, take the hands up above your head and take a nice long stretch. Bring the big toes together. Like you're waking up in the morning. As you exhale, turn to lie on your side. So find the fetal position, draw the knees in towards your tummy. And make a pillow for your head with that arm that's underneath. And then keeping the eyes closed a little longer. Press the hands into the ground and work your way up to your easy seat. So crossing the legs. See if you can do it with your eyes closed. And find that meditative kind of pose that we had before. So rest the hands on the back of your knees. Just take a minute or two here. Rooting down through the base of your spine and then lifting up through the crown of your head. So really being aware of your posture. Take a nice deep inhale in through the nose. And we'll exhale it out through the mouth. 2 more times. Inhale in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Letting go of anything that you don't need. Last time. Inhale in through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth. Join your hands together in front of your heart in a prayer position. And bow your head to end your practice. So when you're ready, you can begin to open your eyes. Come back to the room. And just take your time. So thank you all for coming today and practicing, and well